I'm back. I know some people are thinking this guy keeps going live. I've been compelled to speak on several situations, and I'm gonna do just that. I'm not going to waste any more time in letting these things be understood and pushing these things for exactly what they are, right? And so, in that, I'm going to upset some people. I'm going to ruffle some feathers. I'm going to anger some people. Look in my face and ask me if I care. No, no, seriously. Look in my eyes. Do I look like a man who cares what other people think? Just ask yourself that, right? So I'm going to wait and see who jumps into the chat. It's 4 o'clock on a Saturday. Not particularly sure who's out there, but I'm going to wait for about maybe a good 10 minutes. I always think 10 minutes is a good indicator. It is Saturday and it's 4 p.m. Some people maybe taking a bit of a nap, getting ready for this evening's festivities. People have lives and, you know, wives and husbands and girlfriends and boyfriends and children and stepchildren and grandchildren, right? So there's that. Definitely want to see who's in here and kind of take it from there. So we'll see. Give it about another 8 minutes. See if I can get somebody in here. Because I'll talk to one person. It doesn't really like one thing about me. I'll as long as I'm having a conversation with one person, there go my girl. There go my girl. Hey, sweet man, what's up? Soon as I know you sick of me, you like, why this guy keep coming back here? How you doing? Good, good, good. You still at work? What's happening? I am gonna go off today. I'm gonna go off today. I'm just I'm yes, it's time. It's time. So yeah, Loretta, I'm as a black man, I've sat back and watched these things. I'm glad you're here. I got a few of y'all in the chat. That's all I need. It don't matter if I just got Miss Toombs, 2, 3 of y'all. Don't make me no difference. As long as I'm kicking it the real, kicking the real. That's all I really care about. Shout out to y'all. Peace. Let me get right into this. If y'all see the thumbnail, you see a picture of Jack Harlow, and I don't know who that gay guy is. I don't know who he is. I think he's Little Nas X or something like that. Yeah, time's up. What I've what I've what I've what I've noticed and what we all know to be true is that we continue to find ourselves to be used and dragged. We 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 are we are black men, the one race of people who allow ourselves to be misused, mismanaged, and still think that somebody likes us. My homeboy told me one time, he said, what makes you think that a people who are socially, economically, and diabolically opposed to your very existence are going to help you? What makes you think that something is going to change? These people come over and they vamp our culture. They steal, they lie, and they use our people in order to elevate themselves. And then they take their wealth over there to their own communities. I'm calling you suckers out. From now on, I'm done playing games. I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm done. I'm calling out any of you culture vultures by name. I'm not barring none. I'm calling out you blacks who hate your own people, who will sell your own people out for a buck. I'm calling all you cornballs out. Shout out to Loretta. See, I'm watching them 7 Patients. Terribly, I bet. 7 o'clock, can't go fast. Why you trying to get out there so don't be trying to speed the clock up. I will always pop in on you. You better. Shout out Destiny One. Appreciate you. Non-boss in here. What's happening at 7? Miss Toombs says she getting off work, but she trying to She trying to get up out of there. Call about here. Oh yeah, I ain't playing no more games. Right, I'm done. This notion that like people come over to our community, they use us, they abuse us, they take our euphemisms, they take our culture, they take all of the things that they like, they take resources and then they take them over to other communities, and we sit back and allow this stuff because we say somebody's cool. Man, these people are not cool. They hate your guts. They use you to get to a better end, and then when they don't need you, they dismiss you. Right? You know what's is funny too? When I sit here and laugh, this is one of the things that really makes me laugh. You know what I'm saying? Man, I think I told y'all about how I really wanted to get those Indians, those Asians, and those Arabics out of our community in Detroit when I got with some guys, right? People may not agree with my tactics, but however, they were going to be successful. My position was guys will beef with each other and tell me that it's the principle, right? I've seen a guy get his eye stabbed out for a cup of soup. So that's the principle. But these people come over here and they rape and they pillage our community. That's not the principle. It makes no sense to me, right? It makes no sense to me. But with that being said, I always ask these guys, I said, well, that same guy who you claims your friend, who you hang out at the store with in the gas station, who use you as some kind of a proxy security. You've all seen black men hanging out at these stores. If you live out, hanging out from these Arab stores and stuff like that. When has he ever introduced you to his sister? Yeah, I don't think he did. Will he let you date her? Cornball? No, he won't. Johnny English, peace to you. Let me say, wait a minute, hold on. It's ready. These 12 hours is killing me. I'm not young anymore. Yeah, that's right. You ain't no spring chicken no more, Loretta. You in the winter, ain't you? You a winner. What kind of chicken is you kind of long and you more like a rooster. You more kind of long in the tooth, ain't you? Shout out to Johnny English, Conan the Barbarian, my favorite movie when I was a kid. So cool. Yeah, appreciate you, Johnny. Yeah, that's definitely one of my joints. Crom. Hey, listen, one of my favorite scenes, Johnny, was when right before he went to battle with his homeboy, and they were coming at him, and he said, "I'll never forget it." He said, "Crom, I never prayed to you before. I have no time. None of us will know whether we are good men or bad, why we lived, why we fought, or why we died." He said, "Let me see it. I said, why we lived, why we fought, why we died. Um, but I ask one thing of you now. This is not verbatim, right part. Grant me revenge, and if not, then the hell with you." Shout out to Conan. Shout out to Johnny English. I appreciate you. So what the topic? Yeah, El Cheapo. I'm going off on these culture vultures. I'm going off these culture vultures that have, you know what I mean, that's done a terrible job in destroying and taking from our people. And these people, they come over here, they vamp, and bunch of vamps, bunch of vampires exploit us, take, lie, cheat, and act like they like us. Sick of people acting like they like black people, acting like they appreciate, acting like they understand the black culture, trying to dress like black people, trying to identify as black people, and then we put them on in our community and say that these people are cool, and they then distance themselves from us as soon as they have a real opportunity to. This is a wrap, and I'm going to be the one to call this stuff out. So that's where we at, Cheapo. Shout out to Loretta. You know what? I'll be cooking. Big Freedom. My bad. I used to work at one. They ain't giving you shit. They act like they ain't watching you, but they are and will pay only minimum wage. I think that's for somebody else. But that's where we at, y'all. That is chat. That's where we at. One of y'all in here, but that's where we at. This notion, this constant taking from our community, this constant pillaging and lying and trying to act like people like us. Let me give y'all a perfect example. I want to give y'all a perfect example of how we get used in the black community. Jennifer Lopez, who is what is she, Puerto Rican? Somebody help me out, right? Jennifer Lopez, as we all know, got on as a fly girl dancing on Living Color. I couldn't watch it. A lot of times my mother wouldn't allow me to watch it. I remember when the show first came out, but it's still funny to this day. If y'all looking for some laughs, go on YouTube and look at In Living Color. Some of those old highlights, some of that stuff is still funny to this day, right? Shout out to Keenan Ivory Wayans and the Wayans family. They're never celebrated enough for the talents they were. If they were white, they would be celebrated like the Osmonds, but they're not. That family is one of the most talented families, you know what I mean, to do it, right? So that's they don't the Wayans brothers and the sisters and Kim, they're never celebrated. They've never really truly been given their flowers, right? And I really don't like that. But we know she got on, and we know that Jennifer Lopez used her butt. Jennifer Lopez was known for her tail feather all through the 90s. And you know what I'm saying? Remember movies she did with Wesley Snipes, and we remember her, for Selena. I never saw Selena. I think it was more of a woman's movie. I think I saw a little bit of it, but I don't remember it. Remember her with the Money Train, I think with Wesley Snipes, and then we remember her dating Puffy, right? We remember that. And we remember the black men that she used to get on, right? But when she had the opportunity, who did she marry, right? Who did Jennifer Lopez have the opportunity to have children with? Oh, okay. Y'all get back to me on that. That's my favorite show. Shout out to Loretta. You're absolutely right. They never sold out. Love the Wayne, but yes, them brothers are. They never have given. They've never have been given their. They've never been given their just due, Miss Toombs. They've never been given their just due. Agreed. You better. She only used Diddy to get ahead. This is facts. Why isn't Diddy on your wall? I'm not, shout out to Trevor Carter. No, Diddy don't get an opportunity to go on the wall. I don't. I only put up people that I have with things that meant something to me personally. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a fan a lot of times of entertainers and things of that nature. I'm not a fan of really entertainers. I'm a fan of the truth. The only thing, the truth has no friends. I want to say that again. The truth is independent. The truth does not need support. The truth does not need friends. So no one can be a friend of the truth. The truth is independent. The truth stands alone. So that is what I support. That is where I'm at. I'm only into that and that alone, that and the upliftment, self-esteem, and masculinity of black men. That's where I'm at. So what about home improvement? I don't think you're talking about me, Chris. Shout out 313. Shout out 313. What's up, though? New burgers are good. Okay. I never liked Diddy. He did his Oscar. Yeah. Oh, Diddy Toombs. Now here's the thing, while I will say about that, Toombs. The record business industry as a whole is dirty. Right. That's the thing about that. Signing those contracts, I don't know who has not thought that they were done dirty signing those contracts. Like those contracts, you know what I mean, are and they give you these advances, and they give you this money, and the money, then they pay for these videos, and they give you these props, and not only do they pay for that stuff, but they're gonna want their money. They're gonna want their return back on that stuff with interest. And one of the things that Chuck Berry did. Chuck Berry was smart in this regard, even back in the day. When he signed the contract, he said, "I'm not spending a dime with the Europeans." He said, "I'm not spending a dime of my money." According to statistics, what I remember reading, Chuck Berry was able to save $100,000 back in the '50s in his first year. This is what understanding being business savvy is. But everybody knows the money is in putting your own content out. But these culture vultures, these Jews who've taken from us, and these people who have continued to lie and continue to try to cheat our people and continue to try to sell us a hill of beans, while they come over to this community and try to act like they care about us and they want to do so much for us. And I like black people. I got a black friend. My neighbor's black, and all of those old cornball shit. That shit is over. That shit is over. I had a good Diddy burger. Well, I don't know about that, Trevor. I don't know if you're gonna want that. Y'all capping Diddy had hits. No. Diddy definitely had hits. No. Watts. I don't think we're saying he didn't have hits. Everybody knows that Diddy had hits as far as the music that he made. But you got to remember, Diddy did a lot of sampling. You know what I mean? Diddy was the king of the sample. I don't really remember much music that he didn't sample. That, you know what I mean? That wasn't, you know what I mean? That came out fire. He was a great sampler. And you know what I mean? He was good at spotting talent. I will give him that. You know what I mean? So, that's that. Shout out to Loretta. I get that, but he had his own label. He had the opportunity to do uplift his artists and do right by them. It's about doing better and being better. So karma came to collect. I think there's truth to that. Miss Tools, I think there's truth to that. I definitely think there's truth to that. Question: when they say he had his own label, who was the parent company? Because because I always want to say when somebody had their own label. What does that mean? Does that mean he was totally independent of the music industry itself, or was there a parent company? Because there seems to be parent companies, there seems to be the Jews really run music. The Lawyer Cohens and the Clive Davises and what's that other Jew? I forget his name. You know what I'm saying? But it seems to be those guys who tend to run. They say they trolling. That's okay. Let them stick around. I don't mind. I don't mind nobody trolling. That's good. As long as they're in the chat, hit the like button for the kid. Diddy is a god. If you say so. All rap is all rap is taking samples. No, Ty. There was a point in time. You know what I mean. There was a point. I think there was originality in the beats. You know what I mean. There has to be some originality in the beats, and even if the guy, even from the samples that were back in the day, maybe a guy will put his own spin on it. But I'm just saying in terms of Diddy, you know what I mean. He doesn't seem to be the hits that he made were all samples. Whereas, at least that's kind of my opinion. But I'm not in the music industry, and I don't really care about them guys. I care about you. I care about the upliftment and masculinity of black men and black women being with each other. I don't really give a shit about them people for real, because they don't care about us and they never have. And truthfully, to be told, I'll tell you something else too, just on Diddy. He was in New York for 30 years doing all kind of foul stuff. We found out that, allegedly, the information is out there. I don't want to be talking about what he did or didn't do, even though I don't agree with none of that, right? That's his lifestyle. He got a right to live his life, his private life, whatever, right? His private life became public. With that being said, when you really look at it through the proper lens, he had an opportunity to start putting himself in a position where he had lawyers, and these young people turned out like these, he could have been identifying talent, not just artists, but you know what? Let me put you through law school. Let me put you in the, so that way now 30 years later, when opportunity, when trouble comes, he got himself in a position. He got some insulation. He ain't had no insulation. And he knew he was out here doing that crazy stuff. Bad Boy was his label. I don't think he had a parent company. Okay, Miss Toombs, will you educate me on that? Hell, I still listen to R. Kelly and watch the Cosby Show. You want to know something, Watts? And I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is when I'm glad you brought that up, because I wouldn't play R. Kelly's music for years, right? I'm like, why am I supporting this guy, right? But then I thought to myself, I said, bro, you a hypocrite because you listen to other things. And these guys have. So what I'm saying is, if that's the case, then you have to excommunicate them as well, right? So there's that. He definitely sampled like yes he did. Did he had to, bro? Oh, Lord. Facts. Hit the like button. Yeah, Chris, shout out to Chris. Listen to Chris. Y'all heard what Chris said? Absolutely not at all. Yeah. So one of the things that I really noticed, y'all, is that our people tend to be very forgiving, and people have benefited so much from the forgiving nature of black people. It's time's up. That's why the title is what it is. Time's up. Time's up. It's time out for the forgiving. It's time out for the praying together, holding hands. That stuff is over. If you're not trying to give black people real equity and give us back our intellectual property, and stop stealing from us, and stop trying to cheat, we want you out of here. We want you out of here. Like that's it. Like we're not like this is over. Like this notion of using us and taking from us, and we're supposed to sit back and be thankful that you allowed that you graced our company and this and that. We never listen. Let me explain something very, very clear. Black people never needed white people. White people needed black people. Let me say that again. Black people never needed white people. We knew everything that we knew, everything we learned, everything we figured out, all of our resources, our intellects. We never needed y'all. Y'all needed us. Yeah, I said it, and I don't care who don't like it neither. I just told someone that the other day. Yeah, gotta stop being so forgiving. Shout out to Time. Let's see. Did he add something? I had my life, and that is my father gave me moral structure and the foundation. It doesn't have the capability of changing anybody. Only answers the person you are. Did he add something? Okay, explain it. Okay, so shout out to Chris, new subscriber. I appreciate you, Chris. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that loud to him. I listen. Dig this here, and I don't listen. Dig this here, because let me tell y'all something, right? I want y'all to look in my eyes, and I really want y'all to really pay attention. Is there anything in my eyes that will make you think that I really care about what anybody think about me? No. I'm serious now. Look at me. Do y'all think there's any fear in me about telling the truth? I have been to the bowels of hell and looked Satan himself in the face. Chris Watts, I'm not lying. This ain't cap. And he brought me through the darkest hours of my life. Do you really think that I care whether somebody likes me or approves of me? Subscribe, hit that like button. Shout out to you, Chris. What side of town you from in the west side? Man, you from the west or the east, man? I'm from 7 Mile and Evergreen. That's where I grew up, between Pickford and Clarita. Went to Emerson, and then I went to Northwestern. I got jumped over Northwestern boys, them ATB boys took my chain, y'all. They took my chain. I had a herringbone chain. Hey, Miss Toon, remember the herringbone chain from with the y'all remember when herringbones were the thing? They were thin, but they was the chains. And then I had a Mickey Mouse emblem on it. Boy, jumped me and took my chain. I never went back. Then I went to Redford. And I went to a military school, Then I went to Benedictine, and then I dropped out, and then I left. I owed child support. My baby mom looking for me. Listen, let me tell you something, Ms. Tones. Here's the thing about being a man. When you're not supposed to care what people think. Let me tell you about being a man. A real man has to go his way. A real man makes his mind up and goes his way. That is it. And he lives with what comes. What he does not do is waver. He may fret, he may worry initially. However, once he makes his mind up, that's it. He goes his way, with a clear conscience. Uh-oh, I gotta get Gizmo, y'all. Hold on. Let me get the Gizmo's up. Lord have mercy. I thought she was asleep, y'all. She don't sleep, but she was taking a nap. Come on. Lord have mercy. Come on, mouth. Come on, pumpkin. I know. I'm getting you. I know my job. You were supposed to be taking a nap. What are you doing? Daddy was trying to educate the people, pumpkin. You're always trying to get in Daddy's mix. Okay. Shout out to Chris Watts. Big facts. You already know that. Let me see. Yep, I had 2 herringbones. One was stolen at a homeless station. Oh wow, yeah. Hey, miss with them things with them chains. Now remember how mad you used to be when you get the little crank in them. You know what I'm saying? Remember how like they would like them herringbones would get that little like if you was to not cut it or like but you was to get that little nick or because you had to keep them straight. They had to lay flat. Yes, pumpkin. What do you want? Lord have mercy. You gotta talk to them. Yeah, gotta talk to them babies. Yeah, gotta take care of this baby. The daddy's pumpkin. Here, baby. What do you want? There go your toy. What do you want? You want another? You want to come with me? Okay. Come with daddy. Okay. All right. I'll say what's up to the Gizmo. Okay. Yeah, I meant one was stolen at a homeless shelter that I stayed at. Oh, okay. Yeah, Miss Toombs. Yeah. Ooh, I know you was sick. Ooh, I know you was sick, but I love, yeah, them herringbones with the joint, the Turkish link. Remember the Turkish link, uh, the Byzantine chain. Yeah, but my favorite all time, the solid gold rope. Nothing like it. I had an 8-inch one and I had a 10-inch one. And I had to say I've ran on some hard times. I got my old video. I had one. I had a 10-inch one, solid gold. I think it was like that was like 200. What's like 250 grams? I think it might have been 250 grams. I think. But yeah, that Joker was the truth. That is Lane. Respect, brother. Appreciate you, black man. Definitely appreciate you, man. Yes, indeed, she is. Yes, indeed, she is. And so that's why a lot of times I do this because I listen, not just because I always think, Chris, about what's gonna happen if I'm not a if no pumpkin. Okay, here you go. She want the remote. She want to mess with me. Go ahead. Don't turn it down. Don't just be pressing buttons. So one of the things, y'all, that's really important to me is making sure that my daughter, make sure there's men out here. There are young boys that are being raised to be men. Because when I'm old and washed up, there's going to have to be men that are going to take care of my daughter. Where like who's going to take care of my daughter if there's no men around, right? Because she'll know what she needs to know. She'll be ready. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. She's raised by her father, so she'll be fine. The question is, will the young boys be ready? What are they being taught? So that way there's an understanding so she can fall directly into her role. Shout out to Loretta. Can't go wrong with a rope chain. I had two sterling ones. You had two. You like the ropes, Loretta? You just like them because I like them. You don't know about no doggone rope. What you delete? You done cap? What you done capped about? Let's see. Shout out to Chris Watts. The way the world is now, we gotta be active. Let me see. It's a lot. Let me see. It's a lot of single parents out here. This is facts, and this is why we have to be. This is why being diligent and being consistent with my daughter, you know what I'm saying, it will pay dividends because she will know what masculinity truly looks like. You will not be able to fool her. You cannot fool my other daughter, my oldest daughter. She knows. She knows because she saw her daddy. So she knows when a guy is perpetrating. That's why she's married to her husband and has all three children by her husband. Why? Because her father made it an understanding to prioritize that. And she wanted to please her father. See, that's why I'm not Dr. Umar, not these other cornballs. Get your house in order first. Take care of your daughter first, Umar, before you start trying to pillage from the black community and trying to ask us for money to fix a school that you supposed to had up 10 years ago. Man, get up out of my face. We getting rid of these guys, Chris. It is the year of atonement. It is the year of, listen, dig this here. It's time to expose these people for exactly who and what they are. And that's just the way it is. Shout out to Loretta. You say you like the Sterlings. Now, Loretta, do you like the ones that are hollow or the solid? I like the solid ones. And do you not like gold? Because some people just like silver specifically. That's just their thing. They may be allergic to gold. They just may like silver. Me personally, I like those gold ones. Remember the 80s? Hey, shout out to Chris. Chris, you know them D-boys from Detroit. Remember they had them gold ropes on with the. That's what I remember. You know, you put the gold rope on and you, you know. Yeah, that's what I like, Chris. I like them gold ropes. Shout out to Loretta. I'm going to get a shirt made that says "Beware of cornballs." And there you go. Put my face on it too, Loretta. You better put my face on it too. Put my face on it. Beware of the y'all gotta get rid of these cornballs. You gotta get rid. No. In fact, it is. And this is before BMF, Chris. I'm talking about Young Boys Incorporated. I go back to then. You know what I'm saying? With them boys off Dexter and Linwood. Oh yeah, I know about my history. Oh yeah, I go back to them, the Chambers boys, and you know what I'm saying, them boys, and even the best friends. You know what I'm saying? Rockin' Reg, and you know I was and his brother Boogaloo. You know what I mean? Who was killed, and yeah, man, the Brown brothers. You know, Terrence Brown and them boys. Yeah, man, I ain't playing. Cliff Harris and them. Yeah, come on, man. I'm a Detroit. I know. Listen, I'm Detroit for real. Shout out to Fancy. Love and light. I haven't even caught up on the last three. That's because you don't really care, Fancy. That's because you don't really care about what's going on over here. But that's okay. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fancy. I'm really talking about these culture vultures, and you know what I'm saying. You seen the thumbnail, but then we get to get digging off a few different issues. These culture vultures who continue to come over to the black community, steal, lie, act like they like our people, act like they appreciate black culture. However, what they do is steal from us. The Jennifer Lopez is we put everybody on and then allow other people to take their resources to other communities. We put everybody on. I'm like, why we always let other people come get on over in our community? Get on in your own community, dog. Get on over there. Concord. Chris White, what you mean? Love and light. What you talking? Okay. I grew up with the Chambers brothers. They from Mariana, Arkansas. Oh, is they? Okay, Loretta. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I didn't, and I don't know. Like I said, this is before my time, but I remember they was, they was big alleged crack kingpins. One of them just got out. I think not too long ago. Damn, you older than me. Yeah. Chris, I might be. I'm 45. You know what I'm saying? I'm 45. I'm D boy for real. Yeah, I'm a D boy. I'm a D boy. Fresh pair of Chucks, Bruce Leroy. Yeah, shout out G. That's my dad. I'm a D boy. I'm a D boy. Yeah, but yeah, y'all, these people who have used us, these people who have taken from us, these people who have, absolutely. That's all these people have done, and we continue to put people on. The Kim Kardashians, you name them. Kim Kardashian was nothing. Kim Kardashian was the daughter of Robert Kardashian, who was a well-known defense attorney for OJ. Not sure if y'all are familiar with that. That was her father. Yes, they had money because you know what I'm saying. Robert was a very good defense attorney, and you know what I mean. He left them money, but they stratosphere. They didn't look at the generational wealth that they've been able to accumulate. Look at that girl Kylie. Look what they've done, y'all. Look what they were able to build after Kim had that X tape. Look at what they built. Look at what they built. They build whatever they want, right? And then we put them in position, and then they take their resources where they want to take their resources. That's what they do. That's what they do. And you cannot deny that. You cannot deny that. We want to be everybody's friend. We let Paul walk. We want to be the world's, nobody likes us, but yet we want to like everybody. And I don't understand this sick, weak mindset of trying to allow people to, or of trying to help people when we cannot even help ourselves. Stop, pumpkin. Don't you eat that. They don't even miss us now. Oh no, of course not. They don't need us. New Jack City was loosely based on the Chamber. This is facts. Mitchell, this is fact. Listen, now I was told it was young boys, but I definitely know that it was based out on what them boys was doing out of Detroit. Them is facts. Shout out to Kevin Rocker. I don't approach women because I'm black. Why don't you don't approach women, brother? You got a whole nother problem. I don't know if I can help you. What do you mean you don't approach women because you black? What type of man don't approach a woman? What, you scared to take a no? Yeah, listen, man. Let me tell you something, man. Don't nothing be the failure but a shot, dog. Believe that. Don't never be afraid to shoot your shot. I did a video on this previously. Hopefully you knew and you'll stick around. You know what I'm saying? I'll teach you something. Don't never, ever think that you above taking a no, dog. Listen, be a man, take a shot. Your confidence should be so bulletproof that her no shouldn't mean anything to you. It should be like using the bathroom. I should say, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that you do. It shouldn't, you shouldn't even be caught up in her yes or no, dog. Be a man, man. Be a man. Be a man. Be a man. Take a stand. Stop letting women, cornball podcasters, internet personalities, athletes and entertainers tell you who you are. Shout out to Loretta Toombs. BG just got out and was supposed to meet up with him a few years back when he got out, but life was lifing for him. BJ just got out. Oh, yeah? Look at Loretta talking that talk. Go ahead then. I thought you was from Kansas City. But you maybe you just moved. Okay. All right, Blythe. I told someone that and he said he wait a minute, Blythe. I told someone that and he said he wait for women to approach him. Yeah, he might need to fix his wrist. Yeah, he might need to his wrist might be broke. Stand up, homeboy. Look at the front of your drawers. You're missing the flap. That got that from Martin. Y'all remember Martin said that? Stand up, homeboy. Look at the front of your drawers. You're missing the flap. Yeah, we don't do that over here. Your manhood and masculinity should be unshakable. And if you waiting on a woman to approach, let me tell you something, man. My daughter don't approach. My daughter is going to be something. She's already a very beautiful baby. We know that. But she's going to be made of the right stuff. Do you think I would ever teach my daughter to approach a man? What? Approach? He don't have the guts to say he want to take you out? He don't have the guts to say, hey, Gizmo, I think you're very pretty, and I was wondering, could I maybe ask your father to take you out for ice cream one day? If he can't take a no, then how can you build something with the man who don't have the guts to stand up for himself and be able to take a no? He should be immune to your no anyway. Women call police if I say hi. Well, then that means you did it wrong, Kevin, and that means you a creep, brother, and that means you need to address that because that's never happened to me. Okay, and I've been told no more times than I can count, right? I've also had a few yeses. Shout out. So let me see. I told some. Yeah. Blythe. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, he got a problem. Chris Wise. We the best. Period. Point blank. Most initiated. Yeah, you have to take your shot. I live in Kansas City, but grew up in Marietta. I was born. Okay, you've been all around. Okay, Miss Toombs, you've been all through that joint. Hell no, Chris. Let me see. No, they're not built like that. That's a lot. That's a lost art. Yeah. Here's the thing. But here's the thing. You got these cornball podcasters that tell black men. What's that guy named? Mr. BOA. That's what I was thinking about. I couldn't think of his name, y'all, but it just popped into me. He was literally saying on one of his videos, I don't cold approach. Men don't cold approach. And he had so many young men in the chat. Man, don't cold approach. Don't cold approach these bees. You know, I don't cold approach. I wait for a broad to send choosing signals. I said cornball. In my head, I'm thinking a cornball. What if she is shy? What if she was raised to be a lady? What if she's supposed to be shy? And what if, and she's supposed to be uncertain? You're supposed to be, what do you mean you don't approach? Man, get your, let me say, I've been all around. Yeah, I bet you have, Miss Miss Tools, I bet. I bet you. Listen. Let me be cool. Cause I'm in the. Let me see. I should only approach black women. Listen, man. You should be a man and approach who you find attractive, dog. You should be a man and take a shot regardless. You need to watch my content, Kevin. You need to watch my content, dog. I think you're. Yes, Pumpkin. I thought you wanted to be down there. What if you make your mind? Well, make your mind up what you want to do. You confused. Well, I don't know what you want to do. Let me see. You don't have to scream, baby. You don't have to scream. I'm right here. That's not nice. You got jokes and not like that. Yeah, okay. Hey, Miss Loretta. Shout out to Chris. They would rather meet a chicken on an app. Back in our day, we need them up. Now we talking. Now we talking. I saw a guy. I'm in Chick-fil-A, y'all, with Gizmo. This is facts. The two young girls, and they were flirting with this young guy, and they told him he was handsome. And he said, first thing out of his mouth was, oh, okay, yeah, y'all, okay. Well, let me get your Instagram. What? Like, what? Like, In my head, I'm thinking, you don't laugh, Pumpkin. In my head, I'm thinking, Instagram. What do you want get the girl's phone number? Why would you want to get lost in her direct messages? Man, get up out of my face. I say, a guy will shoot a shot. I've seen guys, they shooting shots at girls on the internet, but she's literally right down the street, but you will put a heart in her on her picture, but you won't tell her, excuse me, maybe I think you're very attractive. And I was wondering, could I take you out sometime? I like to see you. If she says no, she says no. Okay. Well, what about your mama interested, your grandma? Somebody, what I'm saying is, man, you shouldn't be so concerned about whether or not a woman finds you interesting. You should be more concerned about being a man, dog. And when you a man, them opportunities gonna be for you. I promise that. Yes, Pumpkin. Yes. What do you? No, this had nothing to do with you. Nobody's talking about getting. Who wants to see Gizmo get a whooping? Gizmo, it's 13 of y'all. I need. Gizmo is working on her first. She's never had one. What did you drop? Put a one in the chat if y'all want to see Gizmo get a whooping. One in the chat if you want to see Gizmo get her first whooping. And two if no. Shout out to you. Got the remote, baby. I did. Here, baby. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Look at Roland. Roland say he wants you to get. Roland say he wants you to get it, Pumpkin. That's one. Keep them coming. Let me see. Got any single friends? Who me? Blind. I'm single. But no, I don't listen. Like I'm a man. I don't. God is my friend. I want to say that very clear. God is my friend. I used to run with guys, but however, when I changed my life, I wasn't able to move in the same circles. You know what I mean? So I still love my brothers from afar, but they live in a different lifestyle. And see, here's the thing I know. You can't serve two masters. So I'm not able to really stay in contact with guys and have certain conversations because I don't want to be a part of anything alleged. You know what I'm saying? Or I know something. I stopped riding with guys. I stopped getting in I jump on the bus. Like, because I don't know what you into, dog. And I don't want to put myself in a position because I'm not no tattletale. And then so therefore I don't need to be in nobody's business. So I wish brothers the best. However, but if we're not talking about if you live in a certain type of lifestyle, I can't really kick it with you no more. So yeah, I ain't got no God, my friend. I ain't got no more friends. No, she needs an ice cream. She do not need ice cream. Like she is the worst baby on. Stop yelling, Pumpkin. So yeah, and that's another thing. Black men have to stop trying to hedge bets. Stop, listen, man. If you in or you out, man. All that old trying to know street business and I don't want to know nobody's business. I don't want to know who owe nobody money. I don't want to know who beefing. I don't want to know who did what. I don't want to. I don't have to. And listen, bro. Because I want y'all to know something. You can literally be implicated just by knowing. Makes you an accomplice. So what? I gotta explain that to my daughter. I done messed around and got caught up in something that ain't got nothing to do with me, all because I was being nosy, and I didn't report. Nah, I ain't got no money. Nah, I ain't doing that. So nah, I ain't got no. No, I don't play them games. No, she needs ice cream. I got that one. I guess the chat is more important than your babies who craving your attention. Shout out to Sammy. No, I do both. Shout out to you. I've been taking care of my daughter since she was born, brother. And yeah, Sammy, I think Sammy is a man, or Sammy could be a female. So I apologize if I'm not, if I say you incorrectly. But I've raised my daughter since she was born, and I can do both. She loves attention, period. So that's just the facts. So, and I take very good care of her. You may not know that, but you stick on my page and you'll learn that about me. If you don't, then that's fine as well. Make sure you hit the like button and stick around. I'll teach you something because I'm that guy with this information that I be passing out. Man, we your friends from a distance, brother. Absolutely. I'm back at you, brother. Roland Lancaster. Yep. And let me see. Let's see. Break a cycle by removing yourself. Yeah, you got to. Roland, you got to, man. You got to Here's the thing. How can I say that I'm living a certain, listen, if I was to get with my guys, I could make 2 phone calls and put me and my daughter in a whole nother position, right? But I would owe. I didn't have to be in that shelter. Let me tell y'all something, man. Anybody that, if you know, you know, right? I'm not going to get off into that. I did not have to be in that shelter. I did not, let me repeat this. I did not have to be in that shelter. I couldn't have it both ways. I could not keep my daughter safe and out the system and still move like I was moving. I could not do it. I had to make a decision. And I made the decision. I'm glad I made it, right? Because I've let people down in my life. I've let people down who needed me, and I was not there. I am not going to let her down because I'm trying to prove something to people. I'm trying to prove something on the internet, or I'm trying to prove something. I've done it all. I've been 3 times. I never folded. I never told. I've been out there. I've seen it. When do I decide to mentally make the adjustment and say, you know what? Somebody else needs me. This little girl needs me. Who's going to take care of my daughter, y'all, if not me? I explained briefly that y'all have never seen her mother. Y'all have only seen me. So what does that tell you? And I'm not trying to drag her mother. But if y'all have not seen her with her mother, then what does that tell you? You haven't heard me speak about grandparents. You haven't heard me speak about aunts or uncles. I'm not trying to drag anybody. What I'm saying is that should be the indication that there isn't many options. So if I let her down, then what? Who's going to take care of my daughter? When she's my responsibility. So, and I don't care how nobody views that. I don't care how you view that, dog, because you're not me. You ain't got the guts to be me. You ain't got the guts to put your life out on the line like that. And then say, you know what? It's over. I literally had real beef, not internet beef like these clowns talk about on the internet. Look at it. Look at what she's doing. Now this is going to get her with it. Look at this. Don't smile and stop it. You stop pulling I need those. Don't pull you don't have to pull those out, Pumpkin. I need. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Stop, Pumpkin. No, baby. Daddy has to. No, baby. No. See, guys can't do what I do. You never been where I've been. You never seen what I seen. I like I said, once again, I get back to beef. Not internet beef. Where I'm from, y'all, and shout out to Reddit, because I didn't know. Real beef is when it's death on the floor. Let me explain to y'all something else. Chris from the D, it's 313. Real beef, it ain't no beef unless death is on the floor. That means when y'all see each other, it ain't never over. Real beef never dies. You see what I'm saying? Real beef is not internet beef. That's a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't like one another. That's not beef, right? And so I was literally involved in and stop, Pumpkin. I literally had to say, you know what? Why do you think I left West Virginia? I said, I can't stay here. I cannot stay here especially without any help. I cannot be a father to this little girl and live the way I was living. And if you know, you know. Like, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Gizmo busy. Yeah, that's fact. Did you see what she did, Loretta? See, this is why Chris talking about let her rock. Let her rock. This little girl something else. Shout out to Red. These dudes out here ain't built like that. This is facts. And this is why a lot of you cornballs, this is why a lot of these cornballs I don't really pay them no attention. That's why you can't troll me, because you don't matter to me, because you never done what I've done. You never been where I've been. And you wouldn't be willing to sacrifice and do the things that I've been able to, you know what I mean, that I've been able to that I have. Look at it. Look at this, Loretta. Me and him beefing. Little do you know. Watch this. See this guy, Loretta? Me and this guy is beefing. Idris Elba. Me and him beefing. Little do you know. Yeah, I say, I'm beefing. We was beefing for who the coldest black man in a suit. I used to put them. Idris Elba. Shout out to Idris. These dudes, they be like that. Let me see. I know, brother. People want to prove themselves. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna tell you something, Chris. I have something to prove to myself. Like I have something to prove, but it's to myself. I have to prove that I can be there for somebody and not let them down. I have to prove that. I have to prove that I can stay out of prison. I have to prove that I can get up every single day and be there for my daughter. And I you see what I'm saying? And that I can do something that is going to be beneficial and helpful. That's what I got to prove. I don't have to prove anything to anybody on the, you know what I'm saying, the internet, or to show a certain type of lifestyle, or to try to flash a bunch of money and this, that, and the third. Man, get up out of my face. Glad you turned your life around. Thank you, Blythe. I appreciate you. Did I hear her taking all the dryer sheets out of the box? Did you see her? Yeah, yes, that's what you did see. Yeah, you absolutely saw that. You better stop it. You don't back talk. Don't throw that. Don't you hurt me. Let me see why. Because she don't listen. That's why I love him. What did you say? Loretta, get off my channel. You know what? You love him. What is this about? What is you talking about? BB, if you are, you got problems, man. You need to address that. You need to address that, man. Get yourself together. Pumpkin, no, okay, here, baby. Here. Let's see. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You meant Idris. No. Don't try to clean it up now. No. You talking about Idris. Idris Elba. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what he got over me. That accent. See, he got that damn British, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I be hating. But shout out to Idris. I do like Idris. Shout out to Idris Elba. Idris, man, start supporting my content, brother. What's up, Pumpkin? But yeah, I put them suits on and stuff like that. You can't tell me nothing. Idris Elba. Yeah, Idris. Yeah, that's fact, right? Idris Elba, enemy number. Yeah, Idris Elba. Who you think he is? You think he's some kind of cool, rich? I'm gonna tell you, I watched that 7. Is that 7? What's that movie, y'all, where he was Rufus Buck, and it's in a Western. Y'all need to see that. Check that one out. Check that one out. Stop, Pumpkin. No. Yeah, check that one out. Check that Rufus. What's the name of that movie? I can't think of it. I'm not able to think of it. But it's wherever he was in. He was Rufus Buck, and it's a Western. But I just watched that not too long ago. He's real good at it. Shout out to Idris, man. Idris a real player for real. I like his swag. He has a new movie with John Cena. What movie he make with John Cena? I didn't know that. John Cena is a wrestler, right? No, Pumpkin. You're not getting that. No, you cannot have that, baby. No. Because I don't, and stop trying to hurt me. Stop it. Here. Yeah, but I do have a lot of y'all, to get back on task, like these culture vultures and the people who have done so much to keep to gatekeep our community and keep and these blacks who do it the same. So let me tell you what a lot of blacks do, y'all. They do a lot. They play this hedge the bets game where they try to keep other blacks from, well, I made it. They get up on the ladder and then they pull the ladder up. I'm calling all you cowards out. Like, I'm calling all you out by name. I'm calling anybody, anytime I see it, anytime I recognize it, I'm gonna let you know about yourself, dog. I'm gonna let you know how weak you are. I'm not interested in your money. Listen, dig this here. Let me say this, and I want to 100% make myself clear. Money means nothing to me. And it said, y'all seen that movie with the Joker? You know what I'm saying? When he burnt the money, he said, this is what you cherish. That's me. I don't care nothing about your money. You could be a man who makes $5 a day and be my best and be my comrade, right? I'm not, money don't excite me. Be a man, stand for something. Let me know you will stand back to back with me and you won't run. We all right. I'm not for sale. This is probably why I'll never have any sponsors. This is why, you know what I'm saying? This is because with sponsors and with stuff, not that I'm even big enough. Stop, pumpkin. No. Give me that. Thank you. I'm not even, my channel isn't even big enough to have sponsors. But my whole point is like the harder they fall. Thank you, Blythe. That's the name of the movie. Thank you so much. And so, like, I don't even, like, what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna let anybody tell me what to think or what type of man I should be. And then because they putting a couple dollars in my pocket, oh, you said that. You can't say that about him or her. Man, get up out of my face. As long as I'm following the YouTube guidelines, get up out of my face. Let me see, because I'm on YouTube's platform, which is another thing. But that's, obviously that is out of my realm currently. But ain't nobody gonna tell me what to say. You don't get to dictate what I say because you put a couple dollars in my pocket. Nope. It's called head of state. That ain't head of state, Loretta. It's called. Oh, you talking about the movie with John Cena? Okay, Blythe. I have an appreciation for comedy actors who make movies. They seem to put people on and let them shine. Okay, I can see that. Okay, so for comedy actors, you talking about like Harlem Nights and stuff like that, or I'll tell you who does a good job with that, who does a good job putting his people on. Adam Sandler. If you ever go back and look at his movies and you look at the credits and you look at the people that's in it, bunch of Jews. And he's smart. He might have a token black in there here and there, but however he knows what side his bread is buttered on. Nothing wrong with that. Production credits. Hey man, listen, we'll find something for you over here. Don't worry about it. Come over here. We'll do this. Come over here. You can clean up the set. You know what I mean? Whatever the circumstance is, put your people in position. That's real power. Putting your own people in position. That's really what black men should be looking for. That way we can put our own. That way we can get the respect of our women, because then they look to us as the providers that we should be. You know what I'm saying? But however, in order to provide, you have to be able to create opportunities for yourself and for your people. That's what you should be looking for. Were you talking about the movie The Harder They Fall? Yes, Loretta. That's what I couldn't. Blythe had told me what it was. The one with John Cena. Okay, so it's called Sister. Okay, I figured that. So, and that's what I mean, y'all. Like being like not being able, not allowing ourselves to be used. Not allow. Come on, baby. Come on, you can come up here. I never said you could not come. She's had a snack, y'all. She had some Ritz crackers and an egg. She like that, and I'm gonna make some dinner in a little bit. I try to feed her dinner about maybe 6 to 7, anywhere between 6 and 7, and try to have her in the bed by 8:30. But that don't. That stuff is all loosely based. I try. I cook for her. I cook. I'm really a good cook. Something I know Loretta Toombs is not. I'm sure she don't. Loretta ain't gonna make it. Loretta, listen, don't try to lie, jump in the chat. If you ain't making Alfredo sauce and tomato sauce from scratch, ain't no cooking going on. Yeah, I called you out. Tomorrow, what? Who make it? Is you make? No, pumpkin, you're not getting that. No, you're not getting them that. No, I don't care. No. Cause no, you're not. You know what? No, pumpkin. Here, baby. Here, you can have this. Here, you can have the remote. Here, baby. You can play with the remote, but you cannot have the. You're not taking them dry sheets out the dude I can cook. Okay. All right. What's your signature dish? Go. Black, what's your signature dish? Go. Signature dishes. You trying to. Hey, y'all, why this picture of Puffy look all. Oh, God, my gracious. That picture, they put the broken wrists picture. Pumpkin, I thought you wanted to be down. What do you want? Okay, here. There you go. She just want what she want. So, and y'all, that's what I mean. Like not allowing other people to misuse us. These people's time is up to get back on task. People's time is up. being misused and taking and lying and cheating and you know what I'm saying and you know appropriating our culture and we as stop we're allowing celebrities to tell us how to vote and what they trying to be fake activists and trying to listen. Let me explain to y'all something. A real activist, first of all, anybody can be an activist today. Anybody can be an activist today. Oh, it's easy to be an activist today because you don't have to put nothing on the line. You don't have to sacrifice nothing. See, real activists, they had to put something on the line. They had to put their life, careers, and you know, their life literally, right? Their careers in jeopardy. You know what I mean? They had to be willing to give up something. Now, any cornball who makes a statement calls himself an activist and puts it in his or her bio. What? Where's the sacrifice at? Where can we in the black community see that you made some sacrifices for your people? Where can we see that you put something on the line? That you, where's your pound of flesh? Yes, pumpkin. Here, you got it. Come here. You got Rufus? That's Rufus, y'all. That's her favorite pup. That's Rufus the pup. Want me to give Rufus some sugar? So yeah, that's what I mean, y'all. Where is the like everybody's an activist now. We have to this here. This time for listening to athletes and entertainers and us being manipulated and they trotting out the Democratic Party, trotting out Meg Thee Stallion or Snoop Dogg, and every time we see somebody look like us, you know, who come out there and dance and jig, we quick to try to jump. Or the Republican community doing it, or the Republican yes, pumpkin what? All right, y'all, this is about it. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna have to go ahead and get her because this I'm gonna have to yep, definitely gonna have to get her. Let's see, dude, I can cook good life. Him, I'm only learning how to cook for nutritional purposes. But I like making spicy curry and beef. Now that sounds good. Like the government pays them to influence the masses. Oh, that's not. Listen, Black. That is not your opinion. That is a fact. They'll get a check. They'll get ran out there by Kamala, Obama, or anybody else. Trot your tail out there, right? You can trot your tail. Okay, come on. You want a bottle? Maybe they offer a bottle shit. So I might not have to get off. Let me see. Yeah, we'll trot your, you know what I'm saying? They'll trot your tail out there from the black community or from the Republican community or whatever party needs them in the moment, right? Trot them out there. They'll give them a couple dollars. This is what blacks do. This is how blacks sell their soul. This is when I think when they say selling your soul, I think this is what they mean. Steve Harvey does it. D.L. Hughley does it. All of these cornballs who y'all think that these people support and they like that particular candidate or something like that. But y'all think they did that for free? Y'all not that dumb. Shout out, listen, shout out to listen, I got 70 of y'all in the chat. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong right now that they didn't try, that they don't trot those people out in our community and pay them, that they're not compensated well for telling somebody else, for telling us that we should vote for somebody. If y'all notice, we never hear from these people till they need us. Here, Pumpkin. There she go, baby. She's sleepy. Rest. Go get baby. I love you. I'm right here. Okay, y'all, I ain't have to go. She just wanted a bottle. I got to give her Rufus. If I give her Rufus, she'll take a nap. But I don't know why I got that name, Rufus. Yeah, hug Rufus when you're done. Okay. So y'all. So here's the so like they trot these people out there. They trot these people out there for us to listen to. They trot these people out there and tell us how we should be voting and to vote our interest and allow us to use them. Listen, they need some money, right? And they like shiny things. This is white people. You know what I mean? So we give them somebody shiny, somebody that looks like them. They'll come out there. They'll tell us how to vote, because we listen to athletes and entertainers. And I want to ask y'all something. What other community do the athletes and the entertainers have influence? Let me ask y'all that. In what community does, and excuse me, in what other community does the athletes and entertainers have influence? Let me give you a hint. Nobody. Businessmen run every other community. The businessmen, the men who are making things happen, the men who are responsible for commerce, jobs, opportunities, careers. Those are the men who run their community. They don't listen. The athletes and entertainers take their cues from them. However, what we'll do is we'll allow comedians and people who, nigga, you get paid to tell jokes. What is you telling us how to vote for? Man, nigga, man, man, listen, man. Shout out to Catalog Protection. What's whose name? Catalog Protections. My signature dish is stuffed butternut squash. Okay, well, go ahead. That sounds good. I never had that. What do you stuff it with? Loretta, what you putting in that? It's so food. It's so good. That's what I think what you would say. I eat healthy now. That's good. That's perfect. Shout out to Blythe. When I saw the whole Democrats saying that black people don't know how to use the internet, I decided the government doesn't really respect us. I did not know that. They said that? I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. But they really said that? Like, that's not... When I saw the whole Democrats saying that black people don't know, I did not know that. But here's the thing, and this is why I've always said, it does not surprise me. It's just, I don't know why I'm surprised, but I just didn't hear that. Like I didn't hear that. So that one is new to me. However, I shouldn't be shocked at all. She's so sleepy. Let me look at this little girl. Hey, Pumpkin. What do you want, baby? Where your bottle? What did you do? Where your bottle? Yeah. Okay. Come on. I'm gonna try this a little bit longer, y'all. But if she gonna continue to fuss, then I'm gonna have to go ahead and put her to sleep. Because sometimes she just like for me to. Sometimes she might just let me hold her and put her to sleep. Hey, baby. Yeah. Okay. Daddy, just rock you. Okay. Do you want the bottle? Here. You want it? She don't want this doggone bottle. She don't want it. Let's see. I said chickpeas. Okay, quinoa and kale. Okay. Quinoa. What is that? Okay, I'm sure you throw some parsley in there, some fresh garlic, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that's delicious. I like stuff like that. But I don't even know where I was, y'all. So it might be time to end this live because I don't want to waste anybody's time. And I like to get my messages out and be clear and concise. I appreciate y'all. So I'll tap back in a little bit. Let me take care of Gizmo. Y'all have to like, comment, subscribe. And I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much for being in here. And I'm going to take care of what I need to take care of. I say, see you later, Gizmo.